Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to Blueprints. I have some random ideas that I want to try out today, just to kind of throw things at the wall and see what sticks. I'm going to take the two microchips that I have out of here, and I'm going to go put them in the sundial and see if anything happens. Alright, I put them in the sundial and nothing appears to have happened. I'm not sure where I would get feedback. All I can imagine is that maybe, like, the sundial will light up or rotate or something. And I imagine just leaving them there for now is probably fine. Haven't used the shrine to make a blessing in a while. Still not interested in touching the cursed coffers. It seems to me that that's like some kind of challenge run something, or something to do at the end of the game. But we could put some money in here. Let's put in 24. I don't know why I picked that number. Confirm. Blessing of the Tinkerer. Whenever you draft your mechanical room, trigger your current experiment. Okay, that's pretty good. If I can set up a good experiment, so prioritize drawing the lab. I did manage to draft the veranda here. There are dig spots on what would be barren ground, but I don't have the shovel yet. So let's try to prioritize getting that. Here's my current equipment, which is pretty good. I bought out the commissary and just went through the attic. Let's hope I find a shovel. Each time you find trash while digging, permanently add 1 to your gold allowance. And the experiment will also trigger if I draft any more mechanical rooms. My allowance has been raised because I drafted the workshop. Hooray. Here's a battery for me. I can make the burning glass, so I might as well do that in case I can get the freezer. And I can also make the power sledgehammer, which I feel like I might as well make, because I've got like a jackhammer stashed away. And maybe I'll be able to buy a moon pendant somehow and hold on to one of these items. That could be good. Okay, so we'll try to prioritize getting the freezer ideally. Oh, hey, coat check. It will cut me off, but there's so many things I want to dig, and I can run so many experiments. So let's check, or sorry, let's retrieve my jackhammer. And now let's go dig up the world. Ivory dice. I guess I'll be less likely to dig up trash. But I think I'll live with that trade-off. Alright, we'll dig up a bunch of good things. Ivory dice. Very nice. A pair of keys. You can dig up a stopwatch for the next minute. I don't think I care. Dug up 3 keys. Amazing. I dug up some gems. Very good. There's digging spots in here. Nothing of interest. Hooray! Experiment successful, right? Oh, you actually have to dig up trash. Digging up nothing doesn't count. Well, that's a bummer. Okay, so next... Oh, hold on. Here's a dig spot. More ivory dice. Oh my gosh. I can, like, re-roll anything I want. If only I knew what I wanted. Okay, but here's one of the things I'm interested in. This is supposedly barren ground. And I got gems. I'm guessing I'll just never dig up any turnips, and if I put the secret garden here, it would have like the least amount of fruit or something. I think that must be what it is. So maybe there isn't anything exciting with that. A lucky rabbit's foot in the kennel. Alright, there are places to dig in the dove coat. So I'll dig up some more stuff. I'm trying to see if I can draft a chessboard again. I haven't done that in a while. Yeah, we just need her ladyship's bedchamber to do it, and I do have a lot of rerolls. So it ought to be doable, but I do need to go straight on through if I'm going to try to do it. So let's take this. Allowance has been raised. Because this is a power source, and therefore, right. Okay, neato. Also, here's a compass, and another key. Got so many things. And a gem. Wow, because I had the lucky rabbit's foot, of course. All this good luck. And more dice. I guess I'll try drafting around the top first, in case I get 2 chances at the lady's bedchamber. And over here, lost and found, there's a risk that I'd lose good items, which I would prefer not to right now. So I'll take the drawing room, which I still haven't come up with any new ideas on. And so we'll draw over here. And I'd like to go around the corner, and the conservatory would do that and allow me to adjust probabilities, which I'm always fond of. So we'll do some more of that. Alright, clock tower is unusual. Let's make it rare, because I don't think I need to see it anymore. So we'll confirm that one. Observatory is standard, and that's good. And dormitory is standard. It's a dead-end room that I don't really care to see. It is a bedroom, and it can gain us some steps. Let's at least make it unusual, or do I want to make it rare? I think unusual is probably fine. Okay, so we made some adjustments. And now I want to draft her lady's bedchamber. And if I did, it would dead-end here. Which is fine, because I'd still be able to draft the things to the south here. So yeah, let's see if we can get it to here. Foyer, I don't need to unlock doors. And the gallery, I think just had the one thing, and we've already gone through it and done it. And there's no reason to ever do it again, so I'm going to redraw with some dice. And try to get the ladies' room. Showroom. I don't think I need it right now. Let's redraw. Study, nursery. Yeah, none of these are good. Trophy room, I don't need the things. Let's keep re-rolling. None of those are what I want. Where's her lady's bedchamber? Vault. Do I have a vault key? I have car keys. I do not have a vault key, and I don't have the trading post today. I'm gonna redraw again. There's her lady's bedchamber. Okay. So now I think I have a full chessboard. Did I need to come in here? I've been in here so rarely. Silver key. There's the White Queen. We opened her diary. It talked about her sleep habits. There's pictures of her parents. And here's a picture. We know very little about Simon, our grandfather. And that makes me wonder in terms of like how that's going to fit in with the story. And then in here, there is, wherever it is, this. Does never end. I don't think there's anything to magnify there. Alright, so now that I've drafted a chessboard, do I want to just go change to the power of the knight, which would allow me to draft the armory, which is a new thing? I think probably yes. Are there other things I could still accomplish in this run? And the answer to that is still yes, because I would obviously like to draft the freezer and just see if the jackhammer or power sledgehammer by any chance can work in breaking open the stuff that's in the cooler. So if I want to do that, guess I just go out to the vestibule and draft to the left and to the right. I'm gonna spend a step. I can't remember if I ever really like looked at the ceiling in here. Do I think there's any other informational things in here? I don't think so. But I really didn't look around this room very much the one other time I was in it. Okay. Wasted a step. Okay, so over here. I really don't care about any of these, so I guess I'll take the wine cellar. Do I even want to walk in? Am I gonna run out of steps? I have dinner still that I can pick up in the dining room on the way out. And yeah, I'll still have plenty of steps to do what I want to do, especially if I can dig up a turnip. Just gems. Aww. Alright, how about over here? Boiler room does go through, so I can keep drafting over there. And we still have plenty of steps. Allowance has been raised, right? It's another mechanical thing. And if I could get the mechanarium here... I could get the mechanarium here. I'm not sure it would have enough thingy-madoos. I should do it over at the chapel if I can. Yeah, so I want to actually save the mechanarium over at the chapel, and then I might be able to get the final doorway out of that. So for here, do I just want a Cloister of Draxosit? And that way I'd be able to re-roll the mechanarium? That seems good to me. Getting into the inside of the cloister. Right. That's still a thing I've never figured out how to do. Let me make sure that's on my list. Also, how do I imagine I'm ever going to get inside the cloister? Like, I have no ideas. I can put it on my list, but it's not actionable. Alright, but over here... Geist bedroom is a bedroom. Master bedroom. Master bedroom does have nice things associated with it in terms of steps and whatnot. But do I want the rerolls more? Do I need the master bedroom for... there is something I want to do in the master bedroom. I wanted to see, I've got the burning whatchadoodles. Can I light the cannons? It seems unlikely. But I've got the burning glass. Alright, and then I have one spot that I can try to draft the freezer on the west side. And then... Or I could just draft it right here. Because, yeah, freezer's a dead end. So I could draft the freezer here, I guess. And do I need... Is it okay if my stuff is frozen? Did the mechanarium cost anything? It was the leftmost one, so I think it couldn't have cost anything. So I think the mechanarium has no gem cost, so it would be okay to have my assets frozen. And then I could go draft the freezer and try out my stuff. I have to get back to coat check at some point too, ideally. Hold on to my stuff. Okay, so in any case, we're trying to draft the freezer now. And I'm just kind of glancing at things that go by to make sure there's nothing else amazing. Don't think I'm going to need the furnace. Okay, here's the freezer. So, freezer, bobeezer, banana fana faux freezer. Is it possible that, yes, burning glass burns off the prismatic key? Okay, and burning glass gives me access to this thing, finally! Thaw only in the event of my death. And rats. I no longer have the magnifying glass and wouldn't be able to take a better look at this stamp. I'm going to try to magnify it right now. So in the upper left of the stamp, I can see 5 hearts like we saw on the geography map. And it looks like ice and wintry mountains. But that's really as much as I can see on it without the magnifying glass. So, let us open this thing. Simon, I had wished for you to read this letter upon first arriving at Mount Holly, but I couldn't risk the contents of these pages falling into unsympathetic hands. My personal freezer should provide quite the safe box, as all the staff have for many years respected my wishes that I remain shut and untampered. My favorite snacks were also stored here. But in addition to these delicious treats, it's also for the last 20 years stored away a cryptic message and a ciphered note. This nondescript cooler is, in fact, a dubious frozen postbox of chilled secrets. Yes, yes, enough with the flowery language. Have you heard of the Children of Blackwater? I have. No idea how forthcoming your father has been about the details surrounding your mother's final chapter, or the role he thinks I played in that end. I've always denied involvement, to him, to the detectives, to the Crown, and now to you as well. But I can honestly say I had nothing to do with her disappearance. But can I honestly say I had nothing to do with her disappearance? And yes, I spoke of disappearance, not death, for I, too, cling to the hope that our fears are unfounded and have occasionally, from time to time, caught fragments of information that bolster this belief. Fragments of information that have cost me plenty, for our country is never short of opportunists and blackmailers. Still, as I am now dead, I don't want this knowledge to be buried with me, even if that means passing the burden of these fragments on to you. Even if that information may weigh even heavier on your head than the crown involved. Okay. Unfortunately, this information is a little too precious to entrust entirely to this freezer. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. You never know when a staff is going to betray your confidence. 8 red envelopes. Hidden a message for you. Among the art that hangs in almost every room of this house, yeah. Key to unlocking those secrets, I understand. Interpretation. Message itself harbors multiple double meanings and hidden entendres. Okay, so like count gates. Like, I need to read the message not just as if we count small gates, 8 dates crack 8 safes or whatever. I need to read that in multiple ways, is what this is telling me, I believe. One final word of guidance: safe combinations will not be found in writing on the estate. So I hope you haven't been wasting too much time jotting down random invoice numbers and dates. I only did that for like the first 10 episodes. Only by deciphering the many meanings of the 44-character message can you hope to unlock its many mysteries. To each their own letters, or okay. And there's an example of the message. Okay. Great. Is there anything else in here that I can use my burning glass on? It appears that that was it. But at least I did come up with the right thing. Won't be able to look at that stamp today. So this is good. I'm getting a number of things knocked off my list at least. But I'm still not sure how to move forward. Alright, somehow I have more steps than I realized. But that's a good thing. Might as well draft this. Can't get the mechanarium here because it's on a wing. And is there anything I need or want or anything? I mean, pantry will have some food. And it doesn't cost me anything, so sure. We'll just draft this. And take a delicious apple. So it's like we were never here in terms of footsteps. So now we'll go have a delicious dinner. Country stew pie, and I have a boiler room. This will get me to 100 steps. I don't think I've ever had 3-digit steps before. Or if I have, I've forgotten. But look at that. Perfect 100. Hope you looked at it while it was on the screen, because it's gone now. Oh, nope, the running shoes saved me a step. Great. Okay, so now I have to go to the chapel and draft the mechanarium using all my rerolls. I have money here that I won't be able to do anything with, but that's fine. If I pick it up, it'll just disappear into the ether. Assets are frozen, so that doesn't affect me in the chapel. And now it's time to re-roll. I need a re-roll. I need a mechanarium so I can open all the thingies. La 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 la. There we go, mechanarium. Your allowance has been raised, by the way. Okay, and so I've opened these 3. I've never opened this one. I mean, it could be kind of randomized or whatever, but... A sanctum key! Oh, baby! Oh, baby. Did I know that was going to be here? Hold on. Let me check my notes. This must correspond to the clue is major if you draft it quite late. This was the last room I drafted. I'd already drafted a bunch of mechanical rooms. And as a result, we were able to get all these little bonus doors. And one of them has a sanctum key, so we'll be able to open another thingamadoo. I'm not going to pull a lever because there's no point. I have no plans to go to the antechamber today. But I will smash this just for fun. And discover even more dice. But I guess I'll leave the money in there. Okie dokie. Very cool, very cool. Well, I didn't really have high hopes for today, and things have actually worked out. Oh my gosh, look at all the steps I'm going to get now. Forgot about the secret garden. And the secret garden... Where did I draft it? Oh, I drafted it in pretty good soil. Alright, we're going to have more steps than we've ever had. Okay, I think I did draft a chessboard. So first we'll go to the precipice, and then we'll go use the sanctum key. But yeah, I didn't have high hopes for today, and it ended up being a great day. And so the moral of the story is... be smart and lucky. I don't know. I don't know what the moral of the story is. Play video games. They're good. Okay, so over here is Chessie McBoardington. And so the king... Well, let's see. The queen goes up there, near the upper left. And the king is in the office, which was where... Do I not have a nook for a rook? Because I also didn't take the vault. Okay, the conservatory has a black rook. Does that count? Let's find out. It does. Okay. So, I don't know if an entirely black chess set will actually matter. But now I get to choose my power. And the power that I'm interested in is the knight. Because adds the armory to your draft pool. I don't know what the armory is, and not knowing is a good thing. Alright. So, now I have Mantle of the Knight. Oh! Look where we are. This is the place. These steps. This is the thing. Yeah, here's the cracked wall. That the, and I've got the power hammer. That the safe house drawing was drawing. So I can bust through here and there's something here. Holy crap, everything is coming up Millhouse today. Castle. C blank blank, A blank blank, S blank blank, T blank blank, L blank blank, E blank blank. Castle could refer to a chess move where you swap your king and your rook, which would kind of make sense here. The blanks after each thing, though, suggests that there's going to be another clue-majigger, like we're filling out words or something. I'm curious, if I click on this again, I can't click on this again now that I've completed the chessboard today. Okay. Okay, well, we have the power of the knight. And now I need to go to the sanctum. I think I looked last time I'm here, but I'm still looking for the other half of the high-pressure condenser mechanism that hooks up in the boiler room. So I might actually, like, look around in walls in different places down here. I'm not sure if this is the place where I'll find it, but it's where I found the diagram about it anyway. And I think for today I want to open up the diamond, which is nuance. So we'll go ahead and throw a sanctum key in this door. And I don't have enough information to solve it, but I have enough information to maybe get a guess. Let's see, it says the moats first. They're kind of like independent of things. That's not what I thought I was clicking on. So this turns both the inner and the outer, and this turns both that and that, but this one seems to... That one goes independently, so I can do the moats independently. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I don't have enough information to solve this one, and I also still don't have enough information to solve the other one that I've opened up. I've got some pieces of these and a Raja, which I got a postage stamp bit of information that didn't help me in the previous episode, by the way. It was something I already knew, that it's like poetic or whatever. Lady Clara wanted us to like do like poetry kind of stuff or something in her note, as far as I can tell. And also in room 46, there's a coat of arms that adds music, and like music and poetry are kind of like the society thing in terms of a Raja. So in any case, I spent my Sanctum key, I used the burning glass, and I used the power hammer. So I think now the jackhammer is the thing that I will return to coat closet, coat check storage, and then we'll go find our way to the break room and sign out. And at some point I'm going to have to fiddle with the lower cog, but I still don't think we're there yet. Okay, coat check. I would like to check in my power jackhammer again. It is very good. I love being diggy diggy diggy. I think somehow I didn't draft the break room this time around, so that's a shame. So I guess then I should rest in the master bedroom, because I'll have more steps tomorrow. And just because I have to pass through the boiler room to get there, this is one of the things pictured. And then there's something else that looks like it would be pictured underground, because there's a pipe going up to this thing that would do something. But I'm not sure where that thing is. Where am I trying to get to? I'm trying to get to the master bedroom, which means I should be going this way, I believe. Yeah. Alright. And is there anything else I could potentially interact with here with a power sledgehammer by any chance? Might as well try for a moment. And remind me about this Morajai box. This just talked about the basic one. Yeah. There's a plan here. Oh, it's interesting. It has a T here. If we... Does it have a T? Yeah, that looks like a T. If we count small gates, so it's the T and count. But it's interesting because when the same plan diagram appeared in the bottom left here, it was an X rather than an E for 8 gates. I'm fairly certain. So that's a little bit inconsistent. I think this is maybe like the only 2 places that this blueprint diagram appears in one of those painting majiggers. Here's my family. We know very little about my father. We've come to know a lot about Mary. I can't light the cannons on fire. There's a gem sitting on the desk here, by the way, that's just going to go nowhere. Right, and there's still a suggestion... Oh, if I had the magnifying glass... No, I guess I couldn't look at that stamp. A suggestion that there might be other exits from the outdoor room. Like, we broke open the wall of the hovel, but maybe I can break open the walls of some of the other outdoor rooms. So that's still a thing that I need to press on at some point in the future. Okay. And here's the current coat of arms. Holly and the swans and the spades. There's a sword here and a big sword here that looks kind of like the basement key icon a little bit. Does this sword have anything important on its handle or hilt? It's got kind of a just circle divided into 4. Yeah, I don't know that either of those is meaningful. I'm still missing some safes. I don't know. In any case, we accomplished a lot today. I'm going to have to spend a bit of time reconsolidating, organizing all my notes, and figuring out what we'll be doing next time. But I'm going to say that I hope, as always, that you all are having a great day. And I will see you again soon with more blueprints, where hopefully I will be smarter tomorrow than I am today in terms of what to do next. Garden excavation, site of prayers. Because we had the chapel, the cloister, and the shrine, site of prayers. Okay, I buy it. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.